Jai Baba Swami, everyone. The video that we just saw today was a trailer of what is coming next. Welcome to the fifth session of This is Samarpan. I am Sonal Sabu, a sadhika from San Jose, California Center, and really looking forward to exploring the history of Samarpan meditation and Samarpan journey along with you all. Now, a quick introduction about the session. The name of this monthly session is This is Samarpan, where we meet Samarpan pioneers and get to know about their journey and evolution of Samarpan meditation. So it is an interview session of souls, by souls, to connect with the super souls through the journey of collectivity of souls. Now, with the drum roll, I feel really honored to introduce today's guests who are living a dream of many NRIs here. So please welcome Ashish ji and Ruta ji Kalawar. Jai Baba Swami, Ashish ji. Jai Baba Swami. So a little tiny introduction that I tried to put in words of their beautiful inspirational journey. I am sure I did not do the justice, but here is little something for us to get started with the session. Ashish ji is an electronics engineer. He has 15 plus years of experience in semiconductor chip design industries and worked in many countries like UK, Canada, and China. Ruta ji is a gold medalist, electronics engineer. They quit their high-profile jobs in UK and are devoting their time to transform lives through social work and meditation in villages of India. They have been practicing Samarpan meditation since last 7 years. And now Ashish ji is Pramukh Acharya of Samarpan Meditation of Maharashtra State. They have conducted several sessions of stress management, happy life with meditation for corporation, police, army, as well as government sectors. And that's not it. They have also conducted many workshops. You won't be able to guess this number, for over 10,000 students. Yes. So there are tons of news articles on their journey and many interviews, and also a movie made on their inspiring life. So I hope you all are excited to know what is the story behind all their achievements. So first we will have an interview with our guests, and then we will have question answers. Our hosts for today's session are Hitendra ji Rana. Jai Baba Swami, Hitendra ji.
Jai Baba Swami, everyone.
Jai Baba Swami. Hitendra ji is originally from Navsari, Gujarat. Later, he moved to Montreal, Canada after his marriage to Kalpana ji. They now live in Raleigh, North Carolina, USA. He has been part of Samarpan family since 2001. Hitendra ji is National Coordinator of Samarpan. He has a key role in bringing Samarpan to USA and Canada region, so thank you for that. He was appointed Managing Trustee for January 2017 by Swamiji. He enjoys connecting with people and spreading awareness about meditation.
Good morning, everybody. Jai Baba Swami, and welcome to the very exciting program. This is Samarpan. This is Samarpan. We are welcoming Ruta ji and Ashish ji from India today to know a lot of interesting thing about what life could be and how we can keep the balance between work and family, how we can bring spirituality as a source of our true happiness and not just the material life. So there is a lot of interesting information coming from them, and let us dive into the real interview. Welcome Ruta ji, Ashish ji, Jai Baba Swami.
Jai Baba Swami.
Ruta, please tell me about your childhood, how it all started in your life, and how you met Ashish.
Okay. Jai Baba Swami to everyone. So I am basically from Nanded. It is in Marathwada, and it is very famous for Guru Gobind Singh Ji Samadhi. So that's my birthplace.
Wow.
From childhood, started from my birth might be. So I always was fond of Krishna. So I used to always think of the Krishna, and because of that, maybe I was always positive in my life, and many challenges had come. But anyway, because I had a positive energy with me, and I can see my childhood went very nicely, peacefully, enjoying. Everybody's childhood is like that. My mother was a very much devotional soul. So I learned devotion, bhakti path from my mother. My father, I remember that he was very intellectual. He always used to tell me, Ruta, beta, you should not take a decision if somebody is telling you. You should think of yourself and take a decision. So with this, I learned we should use our own knowledge to take any decision. So he was very intellectual. So I learned many Dhyana Yoga from my father, and my sister was on the path of Karma Yoga. She believed completely in the work. Whatever she do, she's a doctor now. So she does it with devotion. So she believes in karma. So I learned naturally this all yoga from my family. And I know that from the beginning, still I know myself. I have questions in my life that who I am, why I am on this earth. And from the beginning, childhood onwards, I have a thrust of doing something for someone, for others, but I was not knowing how to do and what to do. So these questions were behind my mind, and parallelly my childhood was going on, born and brought up, study. Then I became engineer, and I got a gold medal. My jobs also started, but behind my mind, these questions was always there. Even in 2004, I met my first guru. So after that, again, my life was transformed because it was very much positive. Whatever I used to think, I used to get because I was connected to the positive energy. But still, thirst was there, questions, answers I did not get. In 2013, once I went with my mother, when we came to India, I went to Samarpan Meditation one center, and 30 minutes, I just sat there. This was first time in my life, because childhood onwards I tried to meditate or sit for 5 minutes, but I couldn't do that. I used to meditate on Krishna, but sitting in a meditative pose, it was difficult for me. But when I went to Samarpan Meditation Center, I experienced something is going from bottom to top, and I experienced some vibration and cold thing on my head, and I experienced emptiness. I experienced lot of completeness and peacefulness in my life first time, and
Amazing.
that was my journey. Started to what's real my spiritual path.
Right. So that was your spiritual journey, and I'm very glad that you have such a strong base from the Bhakti Yoga with mom, Karma Yoga from sister, and Jnana Yoga from father. But in fact, the query or question that you had in your mind from beginning, that is the base of spirituality. Who am I? Where am I? Where I am going? Why I am here? That is the thing that makes people go and explore something beyond the real life. Now, tell me, how did you meet the love of your life?
So even my job was going on. I was in Indian Space Research Organization. I quit that. Then I joined Wipro. In Wipro, I met Ashish. We both were in the same project. So at the same time, we have completed 2 projects. One is of marriage, and the another is the project which was we were doing there.
We were working in a France-based project, in our company, and we are having some project introduction meeting. And then what do you call, we used to have a lunch party when we introduce any new project or something. And there I met the Ruta, and then I see, okay, oh, because my mother used to say, I mean, whatever girl you choose is should belongs to the same caste. Okay. And that's how, and I wanted to marry the girl with the engineering background, same background, like chip designing background. So
Wow.
Ruta was the perfect fit or match for that both the conditions. Like one is the, like the same caste, and another is the same engineering background. Same.
Very lucky, because many people have hard time to fit in
Yeah.
those requirements. Believe me.
And then yeah, so I proposed Ruta, and then she was also ready for that. I thought, okay, it's all like perfectly divine match.
I think it happens with blessings. Let me tell you this way.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited that how you two came together and how easily it became for both of you to come in contact and develop up to the relationship of marriage. Boy, that is real something. Now, tell me more about Ashish, your own passion and hobbies before you came to Samarpan meditation.
Yeah, basically. See, I'm from Nagpur. Nagpur it's the same place, like the Swamiji's place, where he born and brought up in Nagpur. And then I did my engineering over there. Then came to Pune, and in Pune I did all these chip designing course and everything. And then I started working for the different companies. But two things were there when I was doing my the engineering and all those things. I always used to have this charity in my mind or something, charity things. Okay. And one of the company which I was working for, the Delhi, and I guess this story is also covered in a lot of websites also. Okay. So for one of my project assignment, I went to Bihar, Bokaro. It's very famous for the coal mines thing. And I finished my work over there, and I was waiting for a train and back to Delhi. So I was waiting there, and one small boy, he approached me and said that, okay, sir, I want to do the shoe polish, and I'll get some money for that. Then I thought, okay, no, this is the age for you. You should go for the study. Then he said, okay, no. If you give me some money, okay, at least I'll use it for I'll use it for my educational purpose. And I thought, okay. So he did that job and everything, and he asked me 10 rupees, and I gave him like 20 rupees. And he was so happy that he was jumping with that joy and happiness. So that's the first time I felt that joy and happiness like anything. And I don't know, it's very difficult to express in words also, that joy and happiness. But still, the moment I'm sharing that experience with you, I can see that boy image and everything in my mind. Okay, that happiness.
Right.
So
Right.
That's a turning point for me, okay, of my life.
I want to bring our audience's attention on the fact from this part of their answer that most of us, we start growing up, we start building concepts and ideology and thoughts that this is right, this is wrong, this is good, this is bad, this is the way I should be living my life. And somewhere, somehow, we are in the search of success and we are in the search of happiness, you see. But from Ruta's answer, I learned that seeds of spirituality comes from childhood. That is first thing. Second thing, seeds of doing something good for others is also coming from our childhood. What made you feel happy was not when you got the money out of somebody, but what made you feel happy was by giving that extra 10 rupees, which was like $1 million for that boy. You know, when you don't have something, as Swamiji says, किसी के पास 10 स्वेटर है और तुम उनको 11 दे दो तो उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. But when you don't have something and you get that thing in your life, that make you happy. So I got two very interesting aspects of information from these two answers. Now let us go. Most of the people who have some sort of professional success and good education background in India, they are curious that I want to go to foreign countries. Many people, my friends who have worked at Wipro, They went to Singapore, then UK, and then they came to USA. Okay, some want to go to Canada. Some are living nowadays more in Australia because the facilities are easier there to get in the visa. UK and many other countries. So, as a professional, successful professionals at that age, that time in your life, you did not feel like you want to go also to other country, or you have been to.
Yes, actually, even I never had a dream of going out of India, but Ashish, because of Ashish, I could roam around 14 countries. So
Wow.
once he, through company, Wipro, he got a chance to go to Canada. And then he came back and told, Ruta, it's very many things to learn outside. Shall we go for a few years to some other countries and work there and learn and also roam around and culture? Then working was not my passion, but roaming around was my passion. I said, okay, okay, you just try for a visa. And he tried for UK and we got visa. He quit from Wipro. I too quit because Arush was very small. I just wanted to be in Pune. And I love to take risk. So I said, you go, if maybe try for 6 months, how much ever money we have, let's 6 months you can survive. If you don't get job, come back again, no problem. If you get, I'll come there. And really speaking, in a month or before that itself, he got a job there. So
Wow.
almost we were
So,
in 2009 to 2014. So we were in UK. We roamed
beautiful.
around more than 11, 12 countries. In UK, we went to almost each and every place because
Wow.
I'm fond of learning things from people and from nature. I love nature.
So that is the spirit. That is how one grows spiritually as well as mentally. When you meet different people, when you go to different places and know about their culture, language, traditions, and I find myself into the same spot. But I'm surprised that you probably left no countries in Europe to visit while you were in UK in that 5 years. Interesting, because people get so trapped into the routine life. It is like a rut system. The mouse goes from the house to go out to find the food, and the mouse go back into the house, eat and sleep. That is the way our human life is also becoming. But I love people like you who take opportunity of their free time and develop and explore whatever is around them. That is beautiful. That is inspiring. Let me move to Ashish ji. Ashish, if you remember, I don't know if you remember, but during the 2013 international retreat, when the Goa ashram has opened up the dormitory, we were the first sadhaks to live in that place, and we were sleeping, all the guys were sleeping in the same room. And we had good experiences, good time from that time. And during the Guru Purnima 2020, when I heard your story, I was surprised that it was your first time to join Samarpan meditation. So tell us more about how you ended up joining Samarpan meditation for our audience, and how did you find it?
Yeah. So basically, when I was in UK, it's something like, see, actually, every engineer or whoever move from India to abroad, it's just for the comfort zone, comfort life. We know exactly. We always look for some comfort life, comfort zone. We want car, big house, and everyone wants that kind of desires. So I also moved because I wanted to earn the money, nice job, okay, big car, big house, and
Yes.
but after working so
Who don't
many
want
years,
that?
and and as an intellectual, it's very difficult to see the spiritual part also. Okay, I mean, even though my background, the family background, my mom is from she practiced vipassana for more than 20 years. Okay, so the background is also
Wow.
like that, meditation and everything. She pushed me a lot, but it's something like that. That was not the time for me to enter into the meditation thing or spirituality, and somehow I ignored all these messages and everything. Okay, what divine has given. But when I was in UK, basically the money was there, car was there, perfect life, everything was there. But somehow still I was having the stress and tension. Okay, and then I used to think, okay, even though I left the India for everything which I achieved here, still I was why I'm having this stress and tension. And I guess one day I was working in my company and for long hours, and my whole British friend they left, and I was thinking, and then okay, forget it. I left I back to home. I slept that night, and somehow next morning when I woke up, I started browsing the spiritual videos. Okay,
Wow.
and then I came to know that okay, I'm not the body, I'm the soul. Everybody was telling, I mean, from the maybe different art of living, Isha Foundation, ISKCON, I mean, there are a lot of spiritual gurus, masters. But at the moment I realized, I listened that word, I'm a soul, whole day I was happy. Okay.
Wow.
I never thought of, okay, I mean, every whole, these 35 years, I used to think I'm a body. And the moment I listened that word, I was so happy, so happy. I felt that I'm completely free now. No one can prison me. Okay, and that's the moment I felt that freedom. Okay, what we call the liberation, freedom.
Wow.
But that was the momentarily experience something. Okay, and that also happened due to I guess 1 week. I mean, before happening that particular incident, I mean, we used to visit this place called Skandaveli, which is in South Wales. UK people, they know that. Is a very famous all-in-one God temple. And there, I was clicking the Ruta and Arush photo over there. And one of the Polish guru, he was walking towards one of the hillside temple. And he said me one statement that just be here. That's it. Okay. And I left my camera over there. That's it. And I started walking with him. And I realized that he was talking. And I was just listening. And that's the moment I realized that what does that mean? Just be here. Even though now if you see our Chaitanya Mahotsav tagline, just be here. That's
Yes.
you just
Be in the
here.
present moment. Be
Yeah,
in the present moment.
That was the statement hit me like anything. And then after that 1 week, this incident happened. I mean, I started browsing and everything. Okay. So that was the first turning point for me. And then 2012, we have visited the India, and the Swamiji's event was there in Pune. And my mother-in-law came with one brochure. Okay, this Samarpan meditation event is there, and Swamiji's, the very I don't know the exact name of that. The particular photo was there. I saw that leaflet and photo, and I mean. I started abusing. I mean, all the whatever bad words to say, I say all the bad words to Swamiji. Okay.
Right.
And I was giving advice to my mother-in-law that okay, don't go to all these kind of babas and gurus also. Okay, no use. Okay. And
so that is very typical of an Indian man, including myself.
and see, as an engineer working in the UK, you don't believe all these things. Okay.
Yes.
I was telling to Ruta also, okay, don't go for all these center thing. Don't attend this event also, okay. And I was very strict about that one. We never attended that particular event also, and even I don't. I was not knowing that Ruta visited that particular center also. Okay, she never shared me that story. She alone visited that center, purchased all the books, Himalaya Samarpan Yoga and everything.
Wow.
And landed in UK. Okay.
Not purchased. Actually, the thing is, for a few days, I went to my mother's house. And at that time, I was alone. There was no control of him. So I was free. So I just told my mother, I will come with you today to this meditation center. And then when I experienced energy, that was first time in my life, because 30 minutes I never sat. I could sit. I told something different is there here. You give me whatever you have. So she had 3 books of the Himalaya Samarpan Yoga and 1 Margadarshika. So that was all I took from India to UK.
Very nice. So I want to take something from this answer of yours, okay? That you started your uh, spiritual journey while before coming in 2012 to India, you were in UK and you have been to that place. There is a discourse of Swamiji that we listened just today during our group meditation this morning, Eka Kshan. This discourse, Swamiji is talking about, it takes only one moment for a soul to connect with the divine. And at that time, all your knowledge, all your smartness, all your intellect, buddhi, and all the bodily attachment or everything start disappearing, and you go into that moment to your soul. Like when you heard that word, that you are a soul, that was your turning point, okay?
Right.
From your story, what I am understanding.
Yeah.
And be in this moment right now, right here. That is another thing that I take from your story, that these are very strong words that changed your life the way you saw it. And another thing that I hear from your story is it was your mother who was influential in connecting you somewhere, somehow, to diverting your attention from the world to inside. And that lifetime ticking in your head, that why don't you do this, why don't you listen to this, or why don't you believe in this, ignited the lamp that I am a soul. Okay, so that moment has to come, that inner ticking in your mind has to come. And then you also had the beautiful association of your soulmate. Ruta was there with you. I'm sure that with all that she's bringing as a wealth of spirituality, that also helped you to fertilize the land of your spiritual land inside your heart, that conceived that seed. And that is why you came to that level. Now, that is my perception, that is my understanding, but it is very important for people to understand how life works from the stories like yours. Okay, so next question that I would like to ask, you both can join into answering this, that I hear from Ruta that in 2012 that going to the meditation center made you feel some energy. Also there, being a feminine energy, being an emotional person, being more receptive was the criteria that played in your life, in your story, to connect with the divine energy of Shiv Krupanand Swamiji. Just by attending that group meditation. Because I have met many people. I met you only 2013, 7 years ago, and your journey started 8 years ago, 2012, in Samarpan meditation, though you have the base of spirituality from other places. I have met many people from 2000, 2001 in Samarpan meditation, and they have been performing very devotedly all kind of Guru Karya and meditation and attending all the events. But many times that one moment does not come. And that is very, very, very critical in our life. I pray to God and Gurudev that let that one moment come in their life. Okay. So in 2012, you started, you went back to UK. What made you come back to India? And when did you start doing all this Guru Karya? I know that you also have been working with other trust, charity trust. So please tell us more about all the other activities that you started giving of what you got to the world.
In 2013, right, Hithanji, we met there in IR, International Retreat. And I'll share two incidences which changed or transformed my life completely. Okay, the first incident, that's like or the dormitory one. Okay, right, when Swamiji inaugurated the in Goa ashram, the dormitory. Okay, and everyone of us, we were witnessing this that particular incident. And I guess I still remember that one of the lady from Malaysia, she fell down, and I was having that skill. I mean, not so much. See, actually, I never seen the Swamiji till that point. Okay, so
Right.
Swamiji was very new for me. I was not knowing anything about the Gurudev. Okay, and I was just seeing all the incidences over there. I mean, nobody was there to help her. I mean, and it was like I was also feeling a little bit nervous. I mean, very uneasy with that energy level and everything. Okay, so then and next day, I mean, I was discussing with the Ruta that okay, somehow I don't want to. I'm not feeling any comfortable over here. I want to leave this place. And next day, our marriage anniversary was there, and she said that okay, at least you stay for one more day, and if you don't feel comfortable, then you can leave this place. And that only one day transformed my life.
Wow.
Next to me, that Carlos, from the Canada, I guess he was sitting next to me. Andrew from Singapore, he was sitting next to me, and I was just like what do you call, just waiting for the, I guess, Swamiji. And the moment Swamiji started walking towards us, that's the time I was feeling so much heat coming outside of my body. Okay, it's unbearable heat. And I started drinking water one by one bottle. Almost 2 bottles I finished over there. And then I thought, I don't know what's happening, and my body was completely locked down. I was not able to move my body parts, not hands also. And then somehow I went into the trance. Okay, and the moment I woke up, I mean, got up from that trance state, immediately I started crying like a baby. Okay, and Andrew was asking me what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know anything about this one, but I'm feeling so relaxed. But that particular moment, actually, when I enter into a trance state, it's very difficult to experience.
Explain. Yes.
Anubhuti, but I was not able to differentiate basically. I felt my presence everywhere. Okay.
Right.
And that particular statement in Nepal Guru Karya, when one of the meeting I asked Swamiji actually, that I was sharing that experience. It's like when we say Aham Brahmasmi. Okay. So it's like something you mix with everything. You are everywhere. It's not something like I'm just that consciousness present inside me or Ruta or in you. It's everywhere. Once you hit that particular stage. But that is with all Gurudev's grace. Okay.
Right.
Second incident changed my life. That's like we were having UK meeting, okay, and in very front row, me and Ruta were sitting, and I was not knowing. I never read any book about Swamiji and all this one, and I was not knowing also we shouldn't look into the Guru's eyes, Sadguru's eyes, and I was sitting there and I was just simply looking at his eyes, and that's the first moment I started seeing like all sparkling star. All planets sort of things, and how come I don't know exactly what kind of things are this kind of vision, because I see actually I was not having any background, no expectation, nothing. Okay.
Right.
And then all of a sudden somebody pulled my eyelids.
Right.
Okay? And that is again amazing. Nobody is there. Swamiji is sitting there, and somebody is pulling my eyelids and stick to the Guru Charan. And whole time, almost like 1.5 hours, my eyelids stick to this Guru Charan.
Absolutely.
So this kind of experiences, this 2013, I mean, unbelievable. It completely transformed my life. And then I thought, okay, now it's time to come back to India, gain more experiences, spiritual experiences. Okay, because this is whatever the one life we have got. Okay. We should experience all these what you call anubhutis and everything.
Right.
Actually, what happened when in 2013, I still remember date 4th January. I went with my mother here to meditation. I experienced it. I took that 3 books and one Samarpan meditation Margadashika with me to UK. And because from last 25 years, I tried to meditate, but I couldn't. But then I started sitting for meditation, half an hour, 1 hour, it used to go like that. So, and that only I was searching from my childhood. From 25 years, I was in search of it. Then I was not getting time for my sadhana. One day I came from my office and told Ashish, today I quit my job because I'm not getting time for my sadhana. So he was shocked. How come you can do like this? I said, no, because I was waiting for this from 25 years of my life, and I got it, and I was not getting time for it, so I quit job. I said, let's see later, but now I'm not going to work. So I started meditating, spending time with nature most of the time, because I wanted to know myself in deep. And I started reading Himalaya Samarpan Yoga.
Mhm.
I never have seen Guru Swamiji that time,
Mhm.
not met him. I had only mantra. I started chanting mantra rigorously, because I had a guru before, so I know the mantra power. I used to chant Vishnu Sahasranam 3 times a day, so I knew the mantra power. I started chanting Om Shri Shri Vivekananda Swami Namo Namaha and started reading Samarpan ka Himalaya ka Samarpan Yog book. I have experienced every day in my sadhana that gurus are really with me and they are guiding me each and every moment how to do the sadhana. When I used to go to nature, how to connect to earth, how to connect to sky, how to
Right.
connect. So this almost 4 to 5 months. It and so many experiences which I cannot face everybody as in Samarpan. Swamiji
Right. Right. Right.
gave that treasure to everyone. Same for me, but it was very much new for me. All the experiences, divine experiences, that also Guru, which I have not seen from that.
Right. 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 So I want to say something from both of your answers here, that look, most of us are living in very hectic life and doing things, going here, going there, uh, keeping our mind all the time busy with the need or demand of the environment, not for our own self. Okay. But one thing I like about both of you is anything that is happening inside, you are taking a sincere note about it. And hats off to both of you for that. That is first thing. Second thing is, Ruta, you should consider yourself very lucky that you have been into the profession and at the peak of success working in UK, and you feel like, I want to take this path. There is no difference in that decision and somebody who is taking a decision that I want to take sannyas in my life. Okay, from my understanding, this is how I look at it. Understand that you are lucky because Ashish as a husband has supported that view or that choice of yours. Very few people have that, and it is the reason why I say that jodi upar banti hai, swarg mein banti hai. The pairs are made in heaven, and that is the reason why we come on the earth as husband and wife and support each other as soulmates. Because if you don't have that kind of support from each other, then probably your spiritual journey will not go to the level where you are today. So I am really, really very inspired by that story. And if you notice, Ashish, you were talking about that experience in Goa ashram when Swamiji was coming and you had that transcendence experience. Okay, before even you reach to the point of saying that I felt like the heat is coming out from me and I drank water after I came out. Before you came to that point, I drank water first time over here while attending this session. Okay, it means that on a subtle level, the energy of the answer that you were going to share in your experience already had that clearing energy that affected me sitting here in America and you sitting there in India answering this question. Okay, the Guru Shakti is behind us, as you can see, and he is always there protecting and guiding us to be where we are today in our life. But my point is, it is the subtle energy that puts us in that one specific moment that is designed as a destiny, as the fate, what we call in Hindi or Sanskrit niyati. Okay, यह हमारा निश्चित है, नियत है, इसलिए हमें मिला है. And I like that information. You were also talking about trust and charity when I discussed this thing with you. If you want to talk about that next.
Yeah. Actually, during my this India visit from the UK to India visit, every year we used to do that. And one of the visit we visited, one of my colleagues with a friend visited the village called the Lonewadi, okay, which is
Mhm.
like the tribes area again. And there is a lot of farmer society. Is very famous at the national level also. Okay, is very famous for the farmer society. So we thought
Right.
actually let's visit that particular village, okay, and to know more about village, what is the issues and all those. So I realized that actually the people used to get the water from the 1 kilometer from the forest area, from that particular
Mhm.
village, that particular lake over there, and they have to get the water from that particular lake. Now, due to this wild animal attacks, since this village is surrounded by the forest area, a lot of kids got died due to wild animal attack, and that was really shocking for me. Okay, see,
Mhm.
one life we are enjoying in comfort zone like in Pune, Mumbai, or maybe UK or US, but other part of the story is like I never thought of. I mean, the for simple water also, people has to sacrifice their life, and that strike me in mind complete almost for a month or 2 months. And then I discussed with that my colleague and my friends. We gathered the money and implemented first project over there, solar based water operating system over there, and we fetched that water from lake to the till that village. And that changed, that made the soul level connection with that villagers, okay, to make that. I
Wow.
mean, it's in the, if you see in city, still it's easy to make the connection, but when you go into the tribes area, okay, they don't trust you until and
Right.
unless there is some connection, soul level activities, okay, they won't trust. So somehow with this project they have a lot of faith and trust in us. And after that we did that digitalization in the schools, farming pattern change. Now it's Adarsha Gram, it's particular the proper village, okay, which have all the electricity, all the facilities, okay, and people come there to study that particular village model also. Now me and Ruta, we went there like after shifting to India. We went that particular village, whatever photo you have seen. We have conducted the meditation, several meditation sessions, but in the very first meditation session, conducted yoga and meditation, Ruta, I guess she said that if you want to drink the alcohol also, you can drink it, no problem. Instead of one bottle, you can drink the two bottles. Okay.
Mhm.
And somehow, and we, I mean, Ruta said that, okay, you can just, you have to connect the, practice this meditation. That's it. There is no other compulsion. And we
Right.
left that village. Okay. After 2 months, that teacher village, the water school teacher, he came and shared that particular experience that more than 80% people left their tobacco, alcohol, all addictions. And that
Wow. Wow. That is a big success.
big
And
and
yeah,
practical experience.
right, right, right. So now with that experience, would you change your opinion that you asked to your mom that you should not believe in those babas and yogis and gurus because you became like guru and you taught those people in the Lonawadi? Let's see this video and try to show the people of our in our audience that how the transformation took baby steps and brought change, because that is a big change when somebody quit any addiction. Okay, it takes inner transformation. Let's see this video.
लोणवाडी येथील शिवप्रभा ध्यान केंद्राचा हा परिसर निसर्गमय आहे आणि हे जे आता पाहतोय आपण ते नुकतंच इथे एक छोटं बांधकाम झालेलं आहे आणि हा त्याचा संपूर्ण निसर्गमय परिसर.
Beautiful. So in the place where people have difficulty to keep up with their daily livelihood, shelter, food,
Right.
clothes, having such a place for prayer or meditation is nothing but divine blessing. What I would say, Guru's grace, Paramatma ki kripa, and being instrumental for that. How do you feel when you see this progress? How do you feel?
See, actually, it's a very what you call joyful feeling and very happy and
Yes.
peaceful feeling when you bring a
Yes.
transformation. I mean, Swamiji is making us an instrument, okay, to bring this transformation in others' life. We have received a lot, as Ruta said, that it's like a Swamiji has given a treasure, okay. But now it's our duty to share that happiness and joy with every soul, okay.
Wow.
And that it's like villagers, anyhow, they are very innocent because they always live in a nature, okay, always connected with the nature, but they don't know exactly how even though they are having that joy and satisfaction, okay, they don't know exactly how you feel it, but when they meditated, immediately they started feeling that joy and happiness. Now wherever they are literally, you see that satisfaction out there in every kids and people. They have that white smile, peacefulness easily reflect on their faces. Now when we see this, oh, I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yes.
And
Yes. Yes.
more than that, like the video what we have seen is the land they have donated to our trust for a spiritual center. So,
Right.
so
So
it's
this is something that is coming from their heart.
Right.
People who don't have, they want to give because they got this inspiration from you. And I am not surprised that there is an Orissan movie where the director has considered, the story writer has considered your story to inspire others, that the character Prakash and your story in the Feria comeback. Can you please tell us some more information about this movie and how it all started? What is your role over here?
It's very interesting. See, actually, I was not knowing that somebody had shooted the film based on our story or something. He read this story on the NDTV and this the Better India. Okay, it's a very good website. They covered all these inspiration. They always put the inspirational stories over there. So somehow he studied this complete whole story, characters, everything. He shooted the whole complete film in Orissa, one of the very good location. And then he was trying to reach me, okay, and somehow he couldn't. And he got our this trustee number, okay, from one of the social media or something. And then he reached to us and he called me one day and he asked me, the Ashiji, the film is ready, everything is ready. I just want your permission to publish it. And then I thought, all of a sudden I got shocked. Actually, people come up with the movie also. and and then he sent me the link and everything. And on the screen, it's like, okay, inspired by Ruta and Ashish Kalawar, okay, and permissions and everything. And I said that, okay, I don't want any money or something. Okay, as long as people are getting inspired, that is good enough for us. Okay, somebody
Yes.
like coming with the movie and everything. And this movie also got a lot of awards, also won a lot of awards. And I guess, yeah, it's something like we feel Gurudev's grace and everything. If
Right.
people are
So
getting
you see,
inspired,
in your life, it is happening other way around. When we go and watch any movie, Hollywood or Bollywood movie, we start imagining ourselves as I could be hero and I could be heroine, and this is our love story or our tragedy or this or that. Here it is coming other way around. Swamiji says in his discourse, "Bin mange moti mile, or mange mile na bhik," meaning that if you don't ask, you will get it naturally. It happened exactly with me also when it comes to spirituality. In your story, I find the same thing, that spirituality is not something that people have to wander and go, but if it is right time, like in your story, what we heard, it will happen in that specific moment. Right people will come or you will end up being with the right guru. या तो आपके जीवन में आ जाएगा या आप गुरु के पास पहुंच जाओगे.
right.
So your story is without asking, you got the pulse, and people are begging and they don't even get the arms. You know, उनको भीख भी नहीं मिलती है. So I really feel very inspired, and you should be very proud that the act of humanity that you are putting in the life to the people around you is becoming a blessing and inspiration to many people. So we are very proud as team of This is Samarpan and sadhaks of Global Samarpan family to have you as our guest today, because very inspiring story.
But
Now,
we never thought, like when we quit a job and we never thought of anything like, okay, what to do next, or something like this also can happen in future in our life. Means somebody
Right.
can make a story on it. Nothing means we can't imagine. It was just, no, we want to do something for others because we got happiness, we got peace. So now it's time to give, and let's give, let's leave the job and let's give and let's see. In that,
Right.
not only we came back, and even this trust also, we when came to India, that time Amol Jiju, he told, I'm going to start a trust. I want you both to join to trust. It was really surprise for us. We never thought of joining in the trust as a trustee.
Right.
This just come.
It starts happening naturally.
Started
It's
happening.
very true. Very true. Everybody is very curious to know more about your story. So tell us about what is your current role in the Guru Karya of Samarpan meditation.
The Pramukh Acharya of the Maharashtra state. But you see, I mean, when we landed in India, we never thought of how we'll go for the Guru Karya and all those ones. Okay. But we started working for the villages. We started from Lonewadi, and then we went to Naxalites area. Okay, where we have conducted the session for the army. Okay, in Naxalite zone. Then jail. Okay, for the prisoners. Then for the army, then for the police, the student, and it started increasing. We never thought of how come it's like one by one, and started getting into it. Okay. It's not something is like.
So it's like door started opening. You see in the movie that you go into the maze and sometimes the doors are closing. But that is our life for most of the people. In spirituality, it is different. You decided to give and the door started opening because somewhere, somehow, some divine powers or some Guru Shakti was helping you to guide you and support you. That is what I feel, okay?
The same person who started like so many bad words used for the Swamiji, okay, it's the same like couple of years back, and then again like I don't know how come it's like I've become a Pramukh Acharya and they started happening all this Guru Karya. Still I used to think all these things, okay, and Swamiji explained about this one. Whether you say Ram Ram or Mara Mara, okay, that's the one thing, it reaches to the same place. And another thing, whatever bad words you use for the rose flower will give you the fragrance. Okay.
Absolutely.
And that's what I experienced basically. Okay. So.
And Swamiji says in his discourse, I want to tell this to our audience, that even if you give me bad words, Swamiji says, even if you give me bad words, because it happens in many sadhika's life that their spouses, husbands are not supportive and they don't want to help them in the meditation or in the spiritual path, because exactly like what you felt, even I was little skeptical when I started Samarpan meditation, that there are so many dhutara outside, okay, so many fake sadhus and gurus and babas who are just behind your money and other things in your life, material things in your life. So we have seen and watched in the news also. So of course, there is nothing wrong in being skeptical or vigilant about safety of your family and your own self, okay? But Swamiji says that even if you give me bad words, what happens through your chitta as a husband or wife, whatever, who is not agreeing with Samarpan meditation or Guru, through your chitta, you are connecting with the Guru energy. And exactly like you said, the rose always keep on releasing the fragrance, sweet fragrance. And rose is always beautiful.
Right.
Okay. So that is the nature of rose. As long as you don't touch. Ruta, you remember the story? As long as you don't touch the rose. She will tell us later. Okay. As long as you don't touch the rose and you put just the chitta on the rose, you will be able to benefit from the fragrance of it. And the same thing happens with Guru. Because you probably were upset or disagreeing with Ruta, you did not want her to go into the place and get stuck with something negative, you protected her by not allowing her to go there. But after having the realization and experience and clearing and transcendence experience, you cannot avoid believing, because as Swamiji says, तुम्हारी बुद्धि वहीं की वहीं धरी की धरी रह जाएगी, because the concept and belief that you learn from the society or from your childhood or what you know is totally opposite of what you are experiencing in Samarpan meditation. Okay, and the fruit of joy and happiness and peace and love that you are experiencing through your compassionate approach to the society is bringing the happiness in your life. This is the time I believe that little seed of giving 10 rupees to a young shoe boy, okay, shoe polish boy, is growing into the tree by the grace of Guru in your life. Okay,
Right,
so this
right.
is beautiful story. This is something very inspiring. Ruta, you want to tell about beauty is to touch, not to touch, but to see?
Yes, I will definitely share that next in your next question. But one more thing I want to share here: the secret of his the Guru Karya.
Giving.
He was actually when I started, after going back, when I started meditating and I quit my job, I wanted to do fully time this work, because then I told in my meditation I always used to talk to all the gurus, because I had Swamiji's Himalaya Ka Samarpan Yoga and the mantra and Swamiji. I always told that I wanted to go back to India. I want to now, I know what I wanted. From so many years, I was waiting for this, that what should I give to people, and now I have the answer. But there is a problem that I know Ashish will never ever be ready for it. He will not quit the job, and he will never ever accept Swamiji in his life, because he never accepted any guru. So now what to do? I want, and I myself, as a housewife and children, can't give full time. I want him to come, and he will tell you, bhai, I got the answer from the Guru energy. That is in 2014, maybe in April, May. You don't worry. Your husband Ashish is going to come in the meditation.
Wow.
And the Guru Karya or the work is going to happen through him only, more than what from you.
You see, how many sadhak and sadhika hear this kind of voice and then they suppress it. You see, this is where the soul is stronger than buddhi or mind or ego. That is the takeaway from this answer, that you have to listen to your soul, and rest will happen just like a magic or miracle in your life. Now let me ask you something about your son, because I saw in the movie also that you had picture of your son with both of you. What is his name? And I have seen a lot of successful journey of him also in on Facebook, because we are connected through Facebook also. So tell us more about Arush and his journey, and how you manage all these things, managing Guru Karya, trust work, your husband, your kid, all this multitasking. For ladies, it is not easy, and we guys take it for granted that ye usse karna chahiye, mera khana taiyar hona chahiye. How you manage all these things? Please tell us.
So, if in the spiritual language, Swamiji manage everything. So surrender. Yeah.
Chalo, ye to bahut aasan hai.
So, and whenever I'm not surrendered, I have to manage and struggle. That is true.
Yes.
But Arush, with the Swamiji's blessing, only I can tell. Everything happens now. So, when after shifting back to India, I wanted him to have some passion with his schooling and education. So I thought, let him take him to some dance class. Before that, in UK, I took him to ballet class, but he didn't like. In India, I took him to dance class, swimming, keyboard, guitar, singing. Then I took him to karate. He didn't quit. And he continued. So I came to know this is his passion. I was relaxed now. At least he got his passion. And the second passion I could find is yoga. I took him to yoga class. That also he liked. So I understood. Okay, this
Very
too,
nice.
he's continuing that. So as it was his passion, he could definitely, because it is a passion. Passion will result in definitely rewards. So all the competitions and rewards he started getting.
That is real success and achievement of a woman, to manage all these things and keeping calm. We are very, very impressed by your answers and the constant smile that you have on, both of you have on your face, you know. So let us see, I want to see more smile on your face by seeing the success of Arush. Let us watch this video. No? So let us see, I want to see more smile on your face by seeing the success of Arush. Let us watch this video.
Hello everyone. Today I'll tell about my achievements in karate. I started karate from the last 5 years. Now I'm at brown belt and I played many competitions, state level competitions, national level competitions and city level competitions, and I got many medals and many trophies in karate. So thank you.
Isn't it something? At this child is growing with such a great confidence. You know, the role of parents is very important in inspiring and building the mindset of a child. And you would see, and you must be already observing that confidence, that willingness to do something, not just for himself or his parents, but also for the people around him. And that is the great success of the foundation of a family. I'm really proud of him. Next question. You have done so much things, not just in India. I have seen that you have done some Guru Karya outside India also. So would you like to tell us more about overseas Guru Karya?
See, actually, Swamiji used to say, you just come to the program, Guru Karya will automatically happen. Okay. I mean, you start attending the program, start meeting the people, mingling with the people. Okay. Start making the connection with the people. And one of the Guru Purnima, after coming to India, we have attended all the program. Whatever there is Mahashivratri, Guru Purnima, Chaitanya Mahotsav, wherever there is a big gathering program, big
event.
Activity. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because now we do understand the importance of all this collectivity, right? We started missing. Now it's other way around. Online we are meeting and everything. But physically, you see like 50,000 or millions people, they are gathered and they're meditating. It's all together. It's like a big bonus sort of thing, spiritual bonus for us, right? So in one of the program, I met Manojji from the Singapore in Guru Purnima, and he said, okay, we are looking for some Guru Karya in Nepal. And I thought, okay, I wanted to do that. I'm very interested because it's the Swamiji's Guru's land, and it's very it's a blessing. So I discussed with the Ruth, and she said, okay, you can go, no problem, because it's a 2 months assignment over there. Okay, and started from the zero. Okay, you have to start from zero. There is nothing like in the Nepal or something like that. So we had a team over here from the India, from the Mumbai, and then from Pune. And we went to with the team in the Biratnagar. Okay, that is a place in Nepal, Biratnagar, and we stayed there for 2 months. Okay, we have a lot of challenges over there. We started from the scratch, very zero, and almost like end of the 2 months, almost like more than 5,000 or 6,000 students we teaches the meditation.
Wow.
Okay.
पूरा विराटनगर कवर कर लिया आपने भाई.
Not pura, but almost like more than 70-80%.
At least the students, the base is covered.
Yeah. Many schools, colleges, day and night. We used to have early in the morning salad or something, and we used to rush for the session. Whole day, we don't know exactly how it went and all those one. It's all Guru Krupa. But we enjoyed the work.
Enjoyed like anything.
Right.
Ruta, you were there with him?
he was there almost for 7 months. I was there only for 1.5 months. Whenever Arush had a holiday,
Right.
vacations, I went there.
Yeah,
So
beautiful
she joined
managing
in a
the family life and Guru Karya. That is
Yeah,
a way of
joined-
balancing it.
Yeah.
She joined in a Kathmandu Guru Karya basically. But in
Right.
Viratnagar, we have conducted sessions for the what you call reporters, news reporters, then radio, then the army, doctors, and see exactly
Wow.
the important point is I'm not belongs to Nepal. I don't know anything about Nepal, but
Mhm.
I don't know. Somehow we started making the connection with a lot of Nepalis. Okay, and we started understanding their culture, their psychology, and yeah,
Belief
and
system. Most important belief system.
yes. End of the day, whole. I mean, if you see the gadget wise, we all are human, right? So
Absolutely.
similarly, few things are very similar inside consciousness wise, and once you started practicing meditation, you will know exactly how this gadget works.
You see, we all use the computers, and what runs the brain of computer is microchips.
Right.
And you too are the engineer for that microchips. The same way, because you know the brain behind the computer, which is making people crazy in today's life and cell phones, if you understand the driving force behind human mind and human heart and human soul, then you will not be distracted with something that can make you unhappy. Okay, this is my personal experience and belief, and that is what I am trying to connect from your story. And it is very inspiring simply because people do not have courage to share what they know or what they experience or what they learn, even with their own family member or neighbors. Forget going out and telling and teaching other people in this society. You have not just done that for one group of or one sector of people, but many sectors, corporate level, students, police, government. You talk about it and you have touched that. And I think everybody will salute you for that.
Guru Karya, actually, more than giving, we got more than what is giving. Like, we learned so many things from so many people. So
Absolutely.
I personally feel that we have got more than what we received more actually from them. We learned so many things.
Absolutely.
When I started initially in 2000, the Guru Karya, we enhance our own qualities. We become more, we go towards more soul qualities get developed. Otherwise, I know, you know that in 2013 how I was. Even we had
So
one.
tell this to people, because I am trying to inspire you to come to that point, and how our inner transformation change our attitude and our way of looking and interacting with people. Okay, tell that. It's very interesting.
In 2013, we in Dubai, and we were together in IR International Retreat happened in Goa. So first time in life I met him. We were sitting, eating, and flower pot was there. I was just supposed to touch or touch. Then he came up. I said, "You shouldn't touch. Beauty is just to watch, to see." I thought, why that person is like that? Why he's telling like this? Because somebody has plucked it up, brought it here, put it here, and that he touched. And for me, he's telling him. He might be maybe, don't know, some egoistic person. Now I understand it wasn't me, but I can or tell that if today, if same thing happens with me, it is nothing for me, because with Guru Karya, the whatever the impurities had gone. So,
yes.
Now I lock on myself. How I thought that time in that way. So with Guru Karya, so much transformation happens within.
Yeah. So two things to learn from that experience and your answer, that when we come to a spiritual path or Samarpan meditation family, we bring in from outside, as Swamiji says, ye Ganga ke ghat mein koi bhi aake naha sakta hai. People come with all kind of impurities, attitude, negativities, and nobody is perfect. I myself said in 2007, before you joined Samarpan meditation, at the Guru Purnima in Junagadh, that मैं कोई दूध से धुला हुआ साधक नहीं था. I was not somebody who had very divine personality or somebody who was very pure from the beginning. But I can tell you one thing, with all impurities, I came and surrendered myself to my Guru, and my Guru accepted me the way I am. The most important thing is, I was telling you we were talking in 2013. These are the roses I picked up today from my garden, my backyard. Okay, please don't touch. These roses I cut from the plant. I just put some water in the glass and washed them and put it back to Swamiji. Now, for at least a week or so, unless and until these roses do not fall their petals off on its own naturally, I will not touch it. I'm just holding it from the bottom, okay? But my belief from very childhood is nature has created so many things in natural beauty, in creation. Srushti jise kehte hain hum Sanskrit mein. If you don't touch it and if you allow it to let it positive qualities give in the nature, for example, beauty of roses and the fragrance of roses is the gift of God through this creation to the world. Same thing with human being. Our gift to mankind could be only two things, our love and our compassion, nothing more. Everything that we are talking and labeling is just another name of love and compassion. You call it Guru Karya, you call it the service to mankind, you call it humanity, but it is only two things, which is the nature of human being, as Swamiji says. Okay, so when we allow that to come, it will start bringing positive result and nature. That is what, when we hear from Swamiji, that merging with the nature. When you merge on a natural level through your love and through your compassion, automatically it is going to bring the different positive attitude of the other people. And that is where Samarpan meditation is playing big role, and you are becoming very instrumental in spreading the love and compassion of our Guru, their values to us. Now, another thing that you mentioned about going to the land of our Guru's Guru, when you go to Nepal, in the discourse of 2009 Mahashivratri, Naswar se Ishwar tak ke 8 sutra, there is one rune that Swamiji says, the Pitru Dharma. Swamiji says that when your father has given you birth and raised you and taken care of you in growing to be where you are today, you have to pay back. And Swamiji says that if you notice every live workshop or shibir, he first go to Dada Guru and he light a lamp, take his blessings and pray for the spiritual progress of each and every soul who have worked to perform that Guru Karya and make that program successful or happen in that land. And Swamiji says that I am not doing it to make any favor to you. It is the love and compassion that is descending from Dada Guru or Shiv Baba, from Himalaya and all the other gurus that came to society through Baba Swami in our life. But now he is paying back. And you became same for Swamiji in doing that Pitru Dharma, in offering that Pitru Rune that Swamiji wanted to give back to his gurus, and you went to Nepal and did that. So I have salutation, namaskar from my heart and from the heart of many sadhaks who are attending this program to your soul, both of you, for doing this Guru Karya and bringing that blessing of Samarpan meditation from society back to Nepal, to the Himalayas. So there is nothing better that can happen in our life than this.
What I feel is that actually whenever we get the opportunity of the Guru Karya, we should grab it. See, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, all these things. We don't know exactly whether we live in a big birth or not. Okay, but whatever opportunity you are getting is all a divine blessing. So we should grab it and we should go ahead wherever it is, whether it's in USA or any part of the world. Okay,
very true.
Like very our fortune, basically, Guru is giving some Karya to do. Okay,
exactly. अरे तुम नसीबदार हो कि in such a short time you started getting opportunity to perform Guru Karya. He put us on the back burner for 15 years. I started in 2001, and in 2017 he put me with some amazing responsibility, but he was training me in a different role, because to come to USA and to do this Guru Karya from the scratch like you did in Nepal is not the same standard. It is totally different, and in a way he was preparing me spiritually, mentally, physically to go through all what we are seeing in the news and media, how American life is right now and what we are going through. But if I did not have Samarpan meditation in my life, I will be a different person. And I believe this is Samarpan is another way of doing Guru Karya, or offering that Pitru Run, Matru Run to our Guru Shakti. Because for me, Mata Pita Bandhu Guru Sarvasva mere liye Baba Swami hai, and I have experienced it, and I am trying that if I have benefited like you guys have benefited, why should I not share it with others? Okay, and this is Samarpan is one of that way that Swamiji used to tell us that उन्होंने बीज बोया था 2000, 2001, all those years till today, and he wanted to make sure that those seeds are growing up into the tree and they become shade for the birds and animals around them. Okay, so we are the first generation sadhak who really got opportunity to come in living contact in the life of Shiv Krupanand Swamiji, and whatever energy or chaitanya that we received as a blessing from Gurudev, we should pass it down to next level. If we connect on a soul to soul level first in this kind of program, and we can share our story, I'm sure these stories are going to inspire not just one or two but millions. Because many times when we go and talk about Guru or Swamiji or Himalayan yogis, people think that अरे उनको कुछ नहीं था यार, वो लोग संसार छोड़ के चले गए, वो तो योगी थे, तपस्वी थे. We are living in this society, we cannot do this. Now listen to your story. If somebody says कि हम संसार में हैं, हमारे लिए बहुत जिम्मेदारी है, हमारे लिए बच्चे हैं, I am sorry to say that that is not true. If somebody listen to my story, I have been living in India, in Mumbai, in Montreal, Canada, and I have been living in now Raleigh, North Carolina. I have never ever given up my religious practice, my spiritual practice, and it is helping us. It is helping us and helping the people around us. So we should continue doing that, and very inspiring, very inspiring. Now, you have been doing this Guru Karya many places. Did you ever visited USA? What are your next activities and plan?
Yeah, actually I have visited Canada, Vancouver, that is like in 2006 during my job only. After that, I didn't get we did not get the opportunity to visit the USA or Canada.
So on behalf of USA and Canada Sadhak, I want to invite you, because we have our ashram already, place is there, and we also have Mangal Murti there. So when Swamiji comes to establish Mangal Murti, Pran Pratishtha ke liye naye ashram mein aayenge, we want to invite both of you and Arush to come and join us for a Samarpan Meditation. Hey Arush, how are you doing?
Bye.
Good, good. We were impressed by all the medals. Boy, I don't know how to do karate, okay? So stay away from me, my friend. But very inspiring story. And I'm sure you will walk on the footsteps of your mom and dad in doing such a beautiful things that they are doing. So I wish you all the best, and our best wishes and blessings of Gurudev with you all the time and your family.
You.
Okay? Jai Baba Swami.